Alright, buckle up, because today we're diving into something that could change your entire view of reality. Time travel, not in the traditional hop in a DeLorean and punch it way, but something a little more cerebral. No, we're not going to talk about wormholes or physics, don't worry. We're not about to get all Doctor Who on you. Instead, we're going to explore how lucid dreaming and a little brain power could, in theory, let you travel through time without a single flux capacitor in sight. So, let's start by tackling one of the trickiest questions. What is time? Is it that thing that keeps dragging us through Monday mornings? Or is it something more mysterious? If you're like most people, you probably think time is like a train. It's going to keep chugging forward whether you're on board or not. But here's a twist: what if time isn't a one-way street? What if you could get off at any station you wanted? That's where lucid dreaming comes in. And no, I'm not talking about those nights where you dream you're flying, waking up just in time to realize you're not an actual superhero. Sad. I know, lucid dreaming is when you become aware that you're dreaming while you're still asleep. You're in full control. And it's not just about flying through the sky like a caped crusader. It's about bending the rules of time itself. You can walk through memories, visit your childhood, or even jump into the future and see what's in store. And trust me, it's not as wild as it sounds. It's wild and awesome. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, but how does that relate to time travel? Great question. Lucid dreaming is like a backstage pass to your mind. Once you realize you're dreaming, you get to explore your subconscious like it's a massive virtual reality game with no rules. Time, in this dream world, doesn't behave like it does when you're awake. You can relive past events, fix mistakes, or get a sneak peek at future decisions, all without leaving your bed. It's like your very own personal time machine, but without the DeLorean, or the risk of messing with the space-time continuum. Here's where things get really interesting. Lucid dreaming works almost like a high-density search. Think of it like you're solving a massive puzzle inside your mind. A high-density search, in techie terms, is when you process a ton of data all at once, kind of like trying to find that one sock you lost 6 months ago in the black hole that is your laundry basket. Lucid dreaming allows you to jump between different pieces of your own timeline. You're not physically traveling through time, but you're mentally jumping into different versions of your life, past, present, or future, without leaving the couch. In a lucid dream, time isn't the strict, unchangeable force we experience when we're awake. It's more like a squishy, bendable rubber band that you can stretch, twist, and shape however you like. Want to visit your childhood home? Change the outcome of that embarrassing conversation from 10 years ago. Or see if your crush will actually marry you someday. Fingers crossed, you can do that. Want to imagine yourself 20 years into the future, living your dream job? Go for it. The mind is basically the ultimate playground for time travel, and lucid dreaming lets you ride the roller coaster. Now, if you're thinking, this sounds too good to be true, I get it. It's kind of like when you first hear about people who say they can fly in their dreams and you're like, okay, sure, but do you actually wake up and fly? Or do you just feel like you're flying and then you fall flat on your face? But lucid dreaming isn't just about feeling like you're time traveling. It's about truly experiencing alternate versions of yourself and your life. Imagine being able to change how you experience past events, like rewriting history with a better ending. That's not just cool, it's deeply therapeutic. You're taking control of the timeline in your mind, like a self-appointed Time Lord. Minus the fancy TARDIS. But let's get real for a second. Does this mean we can actually manipulate the space-time continuum? Probably not, unless you've got a hidden flux capacitor somewhere. However, there's something profound about how lucid dreaming allows you to experience time differently. By manipulating time in your dreams, you're opening your mind to the possibility that time, as we understand it, might be more flexible than we think. It's not about being able to physically jump into the past, if only, but it's about changing the way we experience and perceive time. You get to navigate time in your head, and that's a pretty wild thought. So, how do you start time traveling in your sleep? You ask, here's the deal. You're going to need some practice. Because like all superpowers, lucid dreaming doesn't happen overnight. But once you get the hang of it, you'll be zooming through your own timeline like it's a Sunday drive. First, keep a dream journal. This is crucial. Write down your dreams the moment you wake up, before your memory starts to fade. This helps you recognize patterns, symbols, and themes in your dreams. Over time, you'll start to notice things that tip you off to the fact that you're dreaming. Next, practice reality checks during the day. Ask yourself, am I dreaming right now? Look for signs like clocks that are always messed up or text that changes when you read it twice. The more you train yourself to ask this question, the more likely you are to catch on when you're in a dream. If you really want to crank up your lucid dreaming skills, try the WBTB method. Wake up after 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Stay awake for a bit, then go back to sleep. This increases your chances of becoming lucid in your dreams. It's like giving your brain a little extra nudge to remember it's allowed to bend the rules of reality. Lastly, before you drift off to sleep, visualize the kind of time travel you want to experience. Want to relive a moment from the past or explore a future scenario? Picture it clearly in your mind, and as you fall asleep, let that scenario unfold in your dreams. Now, back to the big question. Is this all just a mind game? Maybe, but that doesn't make it any less fascinating. The truth is, if we can alter our experience of time in the dream world, who knows? Maybe there's something bigger at play here, something that could eventually change the way we understand and interact with time in real life. So, what do you think? Could lucid dreaming actually be a tool for unlocking the secrets of time? Or is it all just an elaborate trick of the brain? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this wild ride through the mind, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more mind-bending journeys. Remember, the next great adventure might just begin when you close your eyes.